Sup guys, Leon Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Had Ragna the Bloodedge's powers. This is part 18. In the last part, Izuku saw his ex-girlfriend, New, and not only that, found out that Jiro has feelings for him as well, with him feeling conflicted before his match with Shoto, with Bakugo cheering him up, and then Izuku fighting against Shoto as he activates his BlazBlue. Any rate, with that said, let's get into this. As Izuku's BlazBlue begins swarming all over his body, both darkness and a blue light swarm around him, as Shoto tries to use another ice barrage, as Izuku realized, of course, it's moving way slower than it used to, because he's now frost over. As he basically moves out of the way like it wasn't even a problem. And Shoto's saying, "Damn it, come on!" As he tries another ice barrage, as he continues getting a lot more slower and a lot more smaller than his attacks before. As he realized, seriously, you really think you can beat me like this, Todoroki? I mean, come on. As saying, shut up. I'm not going to. What? You're not going to use your fire? You're not going to use his quirk? Are you still on with that bullshit? As saying, shut up. Shoto shoots out another ice barrage, but this time, Izuku's already in front of Shoto, as he basically backhand him with his fist, knocking him back. As everyone sees, as Person Mike says, "Oh, a solid blow. Looks like Todoroki is finally down." And it was Midoriya who was on the defensive. As everyone sees this saying, "What's Midoriya thinking? He can win this without even trying. Why isn't he?" As Bakugo says, "That idiot. Don't you all get it? He's trying to help Icy Hot, trying to use his fire instead of basically holding himself back. Personally, I can understand where he's coming from, mostly because I want a real match. But he's doing it to try to save the idiot." As they all say, "Wait, trying to save him? Why? What kind of way is saving him?" As Jin saying, "You fools. Saving a person doesn't mean saving their life or well-being. Sometimes you can save them mentally, save them from themselves, from what they could become." As soon Jin leaves, as he said, "I'm going to prepare for my match against you, Katsuki. So, better not keep me waiting once my brother defeats Todoroki." As saying, "Don't be so arrogant, Jin." As Jin says, "Oh, me arrogant? Nah, that's your thing." As soon he just moves, saying, "He really does have his brother's smartassness. I'll give him that." As the match, while this was going on, Izuku began beating the living hell out of Shoto, as with tons of punches and kicks but he hasn't even used his sword on him, realizing that's a bit overkill. As soon he holds Shoto by his collar of his UA gym uniform, says, "Fight back, damn it! Remove the frost from you. Come on! You have the fire. You can win this match. I'm giving it my all right now, just like everyone else is here. Are you telling me you'd rather lose than show the world what you're truly made of? That's not what a hero is supposed to do." And saying, "Tell me, what is a hero supposed to do? What do you believe a hero is?" As Izuku saying, "A hero's job is to protect and save people, and always be there for the ones who need it the most. A hero's job is always there to save others with a smile on their face, giving it everything they got to make sure that they don't suffer anymore. And that also means your quirk as well. You have to use all of your quirk. Give it everything you got, even at the cost of your own life. That's what a hero's job is supposed to do. To always give it their all. After that, Shoto's surprised hearing this. Especially, he didn't expect this from Izuku. I spent my whole life being looked down upon by people, being called a villain behind my back. Everyone's so goddamn afraid of me, and I'm sick of it. And yet, somebody like you, somebody who would have a quirk that I would die for, that I would kill to have, that I would do anything to be seen as more of a hero than a villain. And you're holding yourself back? All poor personal vendetta that shouldn't mean a goddamn thing to you. You decide, you dictate, and you choose what you do with your quirk. Because it's yours. Not your father's, not anyone's. Yours, damn it! After saying this, he tosses him on the ground as Shoto began rolling. As soon he began having flashbacks and memories about his past, about time with his mother, about him being trained by his father, and about the day when he got his scar, but also remembers when she told him that he should not be tied down by his legacy, that he chooses what he can be. As soon, flames begin to erupt on his left side as the frost on his right begins fading, as everyone feels the flames, even Izuku, as he begins smiling, as soon saying, Midoriya, Izuku Midoriya, tell me, why are you trying to become a hero? He's saying, it's pretty obvious why. I want to become the hero that smiles in the face of danger. The kind of hero that protects everybody, no matter the cost to myself. I don't give a damn what people think of me. Not anymore. Because I'll prove that I am a hero. And saying, well then, I'll show you myself that I'm going to be a hero. As flames and ice begin erupting all over Shoto, as Izuku pulls out his sword and saying, bring it on, Todoroki! I'm ready for you, you son of a bitch! As darkness began flowing all over Izuku, darkness began flowing around his hand, his feet, and even his face. As soon, even his features began to change, like fangs coming out of his mouth, and his one green eye began turning red, full on red, as both Midnight and Cementos basically tell them, that's it, Midnight. One of them could die if they keep this up. As Cementos began trying to use creating barriers to defend them, to defend both Izuku and Shoto. However, Izuku using BlazBlue and one for all within it at 100%, pushing his body past his limits, as even his darkness began going all over the place, with his blood-sized sword turning into a massive blade of darkness. As Shoto uses an ice barrage, creating the size of a tidal wave, as he melts it away as fast as he can before shooting out a powerful fire blast, with Izuku screaming out, Carnage! Scissors! Was slicing through two of the pillars easily, before heading to the other two, before you realize that a huge gulf of fire began piercing right to him, as he says, even if I lose here, I don't give a damn. Fighting against Todoroki, I'd have no regrets. As he soon get caught up in the blast, with Shoto getting hit by Izuku's dark blade while it was cutting through the last two cement blocks before the massive explosion hits. and everyone feels the huge shockwave as everyone's trying to catch their bearings after that, with President Mike saying, "Jesus Christ, seriously, what is wrong with your students, Aizawa?" As Aizawa is saying, the reason why there was a massive explosion is because of Todoroki's ice and fire. Because of he was superheating his ice, it was also superheating the air in the atmosphere, causing a massive explosion in the process. And saying, "So what?" As soon they see as both Cementos and Midnight try to see on who's still in the ring, as Izuku is laying on his back, out unconscious, outside of the ring, and not just him, but also Shoto as well, as he was hit by Izuku's sword at the very last minute, knocking him forward into the air, and soon landing outside of the ring as well. As Midnight says, both of them are out of bounds. For that, it is now a draw. As everyone sees this and is shocked and surprised, even Endeavor, who expected Shoto to win but didn't, making him quite pissed. As All Might see this, saying, "Young Midoriya, you really gave it your all out there. Not only that, you were trying your best to save young Todoroki. For that, I'm truly proud of you." After that, Izuku soon begins getting unconscious, but realizes that his entire body feels like he's been hit by a truck. Not only that, his left arm, his right leg, his left leg, and even a couple of ribs are all broken. The only thing that he can move properly is his right arm. Just saying, "God damn it, why did I do something that stupid? Guess this is what happens when you get caught up in the heat of the moment." Hope Master Jubei didn't see this, as Todoroki is still unconscious and not even saying anything. But even so, both of them had a tie. As time went on, as they cleaned up the ring and was also getting it prepared for Jin and Bakugo's match, Izuku is back in the infirmary, but this time with Shoto, and saying, I'm fine, you don't have to worry, ow, 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 ow," as he screams out in agony as Celica is trying to heal him, saying, "Stop moving, Izuku, I can't heal you properly if you keep moving around like this," saying, I'm sorry, as she's saying, his quirk basically broke his entire body. I'm surprised that he's even able to walk around. Izuku's quirk is only able to create darkness and absorb people's energy. He's never been able to do superhuman speed and strength levels like that before. So, what's changed? As she's thinking this, believing this doesn't feel right. As soon, Recovery Girl finished healing Shoto, as he begins waking up, saying, "Where am I?" As he soon remembers being hit by the dark blade that Izuku made, saying, "Midoriya," as he begins feeling a sharp pain throughout his body, saying, "You are in no condition to move," Recovery Girl saying to Shoto, saying, "What happened? Wait, what about Midoriya? Is he?" As she's saying, "He's right." As Izuku saying, "Hey, Todoroki, looks like you're up pretty well." As saying, "Midoriya, tell me, did you?" "I lost too. I was hit out of bounds. You hit me with your fire blast right out of bounds. And turns out, I knocked you out of the ring with my sword. So, it was a tie." Thinking, you gotta be kidding me. After all that, it was only a tie. While we were being thrown in here and treated, they told us that we'll be doing a tie-breaking match to see on who's going to go to the finals. And if you're going to ask me what it's going to be, don't ask. I don't even know yet. With hearing that, Shoto saying, I see. Well then, recovery girl, can I ask you a favor? Is saying, what favor would that be? Is saying, can you tell them this? Soon, before the match between Jin and Bakugo was about to begin, the recovery girl soon came through the stadium, walking through. As Jin is confused, so is Bakugo. As recovery girl looked at Midnight and suggested to talk to her. As Midnight bends down to hear what recovery girl has to say, soon Midnight says, it seems that Todoroki has to give up his spot in the competition, feeling like he is not at a proper time to actually go into the finals or even do a tie-breaking match with Midoriya. So, the person I'll be going to the finals after this match will be Izuku Midoriya. After this, a couple people began cheering, while some were actually kind of pissed off at hearing this, as even Jin thinking, well, that was unexpected. Doesn't matter. I'll be able to beat my brother soon enough. With Bakugo saying, who say you're going to fight against your brother, Jin? If anyone's going to fight against Deku in the finals, it's me. You got that, Jin? Saying, keep talking, Bakugo, keep talking. As that of an ice cross begins emerging outside of the arena, as Jin grabs his sword out of it, and saying, Yuki-Anasa, activate! With him pulling out his sword, activating his quirk, as President Mike tells them to begin, as Bakugo rushes at Jin with full speed of his explosions. For Jin, he actually creates an ice barrier by freezing the moisture in the air. As Bakugo saw this, he soon basically re-evaluated his trajectory and soon basically blasted himself up forward in the air. As soon Jin saying, Ice Blade! As a blade made of ice soon shoots forward at Bakugo. However, Bakugo is able to destroy it in a nick of time before it could even reach him, with Jin creating a platform from the ice on the ground, launching him forward, while planning on slashing at Bakugo, as Bakugo blasts him backwards. As the blast knocking him back, it also knocked Jin back as well, as he didn't expect it to happen. Soon, he creates another ice platform to brace himself for the fall. With that, Jin thinking, well, I knew this fight wasn't going to be easy, but I think it's going to be more annoying than anything. As Jin thinks, do I have a chance? If I activate it, who knows if I'm going to come back to my senses. As soon, Bakugo keeps on destroying the ice pillar that Jin is on with his explosion, saying, come down here, you little Deku bastard, or you're going to be afraid of taking me on directly. As Jin saying, okay, he deserves it. As soon, he basically jumps onto the platform that he was on, and then jumps down where the ice wall, jump down his ice wall. As soon, he cuts through all of his ice attacks and defenses, with them turning into nothing but vapor in the air, as saying, "Gonna fight me now? No, I just need a little moment." As he sheaths his sword, and soon puts it in front of him and closes his eyes, saying, "I am one with my blade, one with my power, one with everything. I will the one that will bring balance in this world." As Bakugo getting annoyed, saying, "Are you muttering to yourself? I swear it's either you or Deku that gets on my damn nerves." As he launches a huge explosion towards Jin, as he's saying, "The power of order, unleash Yukiana-sa, activate! As soon as a huge torrent of ice begins flowing all over the stadium, as everyone begins feeling the huge flurry of icy winds blasting all over. As Izuku saying, "Oh, that damn idiot! Did he seriously use it?" As everyone asking Midoriya, "What's wrong?" Saying, "That idiot unlocked his trump card. I don't know if he's able to control it yet, but still." As Suyu asks, "What do you mean, Midoriya? What kind of trump card are you talking about?" It's what happens when Jin unleashes his true power of his quirk. It's called the power of order. As Jin's eyes went from a crisp green to an icy blue. As soon, a giant ice blade begins flowing right at Bakugo. As Bakugo dodges it, another ice blade comes right at him, with Jin creating an ice sleigh, and soon gliding on that. As he soon jumps off of it, sheaths his sword, and knocks Bakugo back on the ground. As he soon puts his sword on Bakugo's chest, and puts both his feet on Bakugo's arms, making sure that he will be unable to use his explosions. As saying, "You're done for, Bakugo. I will not lose to you. I will defeat my brother. I will bring an end to this chaos." Is saying, "What the hell are you talking about? What chaos are you spouting, you little bastard?" As soon, Bakugo began feeling like he's freezing all over his body, saying, "When this form, I can control all moisture in the air, even on the ground as well. And the worst part is, I can even control, if I'm close to you for good enough, I can even turn the moisture in your body cold as ice." As Bakugo began freezing in his entire body, he tries using explosions, but instead, it's impossible. As soon he's frozen in place, began freezing, is saying, "I can't lose. I can't. Even if you wanted to, there's no chance in hell. You have lost, Katsuki Bakugo." For a split second, Jin looked at Izuku, as Izuku could feel that cold gaze onto him, and realized, there's the other half of him. I swear, when he's in that form, I feel like he's trying to kill me instead. As soon, Jin soon snaps out of it before the power of order took over, and saying, "There's no chance in hell he's going to get out of that unless I want him to, Midnight. So I think you should call the match here." As Midnight realized, "Bakugo, can you really get out of there?" As Bakugo saying, "Of course I can! Just give me a minute!" And as he tries struggling to get out of the ice prison that he's in, and using explosions, but it's impossible to. As Midnight saying, "Bakugo is immobile and unable to continue the match. The winner is Jin Midoriya." As everyone cheers for him. And soon, Jin's Yukiana-sa disappears. As he realizes, "I finally get to fight against brother. It's finally a dream come true." As Izuku was worried, saying, "If he uses the power of order, I got no choice but to use the BlazBlue. And I've already used it 3 times already. If I use it the 4th time, who knows what the hell will happen to me." As he thinks this, both Ochako and Jiro saying, "Hey, Deku, you okay?" Saying, "You sure you want to go against your brother like this?" Saying, I'm fine. I'm going to win this. I'm going to beat that brother complex, younger brother of mine after all." As saying what a determination. As he also looks at his right hand, as he thinks, "I hope I can." And soon heads back down And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Also, like and subscribe, which really helps out my channel a lot. And also, check out my Discord, which is Mooky's What If server. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check it out. At any rate, this is Mooky, signing out. Later.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!